Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to continue the Pokemon build series with a move guide for Inteleon. And if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you'd like to. All of those really help out the channel. In fact, I've noticed that most of my views come from people that aren't subscribed. Less than 1% of you that are watching are subscribed. So please subscribe. I have a personal goal to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. And if we can do that together, I would be super excited. All right, thank you. Let's get back into the video. Stat-wise, Inteleon is basically a glass cannon. A really high special attack, really high speed, but low stats everywhere else. In fact, Inteleon is one of the lowest defensive starter Pokemon in the game. He has the lowest base HP stat, tied with Sceptile, lowest base defense stat, tied with Sceptile and Emboar, and lowest special defense stat, tied with Emboar. So this guy puts out a lot of damage, but if you look at him wrong, he's dead, which makes him not a great Pokemon, but a really good sweeper Pokemon. And we'll kind of show that in this guide. Alright, so to begin with, you're going to want an Inteleon with Modest Nature, which is special attack up, attack down. You're not going to use attack at all. This is a pure special attack build. And you'll want to get the hidden ability Sniper for Inteleon. You can get that by getting the promotion in Pokemon Home, or just using an item to change a normal Inteleon into a hidden ability Inteleon. And the reason that we want the Sniper build is because this is going to be a full critical hit build. So Sniper turns critical hits from 1.5 times damage to 2.25 times damage. So basically multiplies that 1.5 by another 1.5 to get 225% extra damage with that ability. And item-wise, we're going to want Scope Lens. We're going to want to get as much critical hit chance as possible with as little work in this build. And IV-wise, full special attack and speed. Basically, get as much damage out as fast as we can on this build. Alright, let's get into the build. So Snipe Shot is Inteleon's signature move, and it's just really good. The one thing that the game doesn't tell you is it has increased critical hit chance. So not only does it have a 80 power and is immune to effects that pull your move away from your target, but it has increased critical hit, which is really important for this build. Focus Energy we include just because if you use it with the way that the build is laid out, you'll get 100% critical hit. So this is your buff move if you feel like the opponent is going to use Sword Dance or something like that. You don't really need it, but it is something that really helps, and pretty much the only damaging move that you're going to use is Snipe Shot. Protect I keep on just because I play him in doubles. I might not run this in singles, but I mean pretty much the only damaging move you're using is Snipe Shot. U-Turn, I keep this as Bug just because Bug is super effective against grass types. So if you see a grass type, you're not going to do very much damage to it. Just U-Turn out of there. And just to explain why we're going so deep into critical hit for this build, is I wanted to show the generation 7 and onwards, so like current generation, way that crit works. So by default, nothing at all. Every Pokemon has a 4.2% chance to critical hit. And any type of modifier on top of that will be 12.5%. So with his item, you'll get by default 12.5% on every single move. With Snipe Shot having the additional additive, you'll always hit 50% on Snipe. And then if you use Focus Energy, it'll bring that critical hit up to 100%. And just to explain why crit is so important here. So with Snipe Shot, it is a base 80 damage move, but on a critical hit, with the sniper ability, it'll have a base 180 damage with stab as well with Inteleon. So that's really, really strong. And also keep in mind that stab is same type attack bonus, so you'll get a 50% on top of that 180, which is really great. And another thing that's really good with critical hit is I'm sure you've noticed that in some games where you use critical hit, you do way more than 1.5 damage. That's because since Generation 3 and onward, when a move scores a critical hit, the attacker's negative stat changes, the defender's positive stat changes, and any defensive boosts like Light Screen, Reflect, Aurora Veil are always ignored. So you're going to cut through all of their buffs and all of your debuffs and do 180 base damage with stab no matter what. So it's really good for characters that buff themselves up a lot, or any teams that use screens like Light Screen and Reflect. You're just going to cut right through that with Inteleon with piercing damage, which is really good. And as far as partners, I run Inteleon with Gmax Machamp in doubles, just because Gmax Machamp, his ability Gmax Chi Strike, whenever he uses it, it's a fighting type move that raises the critical hit chance of both people on the battlefield. So you get that free focus energy with Machamp whenever he uses that, and then you have 100% crit chance with Inteleon, so it can get really strong if someone doesn't have a way to shut Inteleon down after that. I personally wouldn't recommend Gmaxing Inteleon, really just because his defensive stats are so bad. I don't really think that you want to waste your Gmax potential on Inteleon. I think there's a lot better options, and his signature move is not all that great either. Alright, that's the build. If you run anything else on Inteleon, I would love to know. I really enjoy this one just because it's kind of a gambler type of high roll build. Sometimes you get that critical hit chance right on without using focus energy, and it feels really, really strong. And it's just really fun to kind of just like snipe people down, in my opinion. I wouldn't say that by any means this is a great build. It works when it works, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I still have a lot of fun with it, and I would definitely recommend for you to check it out.